Non-apologist. When our actions or inactions cause someone actual harm, real emotional distress, or significant inconvenience, most of us would quickly offer a sincere apology. It should be the best way to garner forgiveness and alleviate the guilt we feel. But some people would typically use excuses and denial to shirk their responsibility. Do these non-apologists always believe there is nothing wrong with their behavior? Or are they simply selfish? Although we might perceive the reluctance of non-apologists as simple defensiveness or pride, a far deeper psychological dynamic is often at play. Refusing to apologize often reflects the efforts to protect a fragile sense of self. The meaning of apology can vary significantly to non-apologists. When they bump into someone in the crowd, they might mumble a quick, "I'm sorry," without having second thought. But when the exact same people argue against or yell at their spouses on some trivial issues, they would adamantly refuse to apologize, even when finding out they were at fault. Non-apologists have trouble separating their actions from their characters. Their conscience let them believe that if they did something bad, they must be bad people. If they were neglectful, they must be fundamentally selfish and uncaring. If they were wrong, they must be ignorant or stupid, etc. Therefore, apologies represent a major threat to the basic value and self-esteem of their identity. Non-apologists fear that by apologizing they would assume full responsibility and relieve the other party of any culpability. Apologizing might open the door to guilt for most of us, but for non-apologists, it could open the door to shame instead. While guilt makes us feel bad about our actions, shame makes them feel bad about themselves. Shame is a far more toxic emotion than guilt. While most of us consider apologies as opportunities to resolve interpersonal conflict, non-apologists fear that their apology will only open the floodgates to further accusations and conflict. Once they admit to one wrongdoing, surely the other person will pounce on the opportunity to pile on all the previous offenses for which they refused to apologize as well. By refusing to apologize, non-apologists are trying to manage their emotions. They are often comfortable with anger and irritability. They fear that lowering their guard even slightly will make their psychological defenses crumble and open the floodgates to a well of sadness and despair that will pour out of them, making them powerless to stop it. Opening up is often incredibly therapeutic for them. It can lead them to experience far deeper emotional closeness and trust toward the other person than they had before, thereby significantly deepening the satisfaction of their relationship.